Today we're previewing our new podcast series called Fantasy Focus, where we cover the NBA and fantasy basketball. We'll be doing this regularly, either bi-weekly or monthly, with our resident expert Aldo Manzano. Just a disclaimer, we had some technical difficulties towards the end of this pod, so the video is missing for the last few minutes. But stay tuned as we talk about the top fantasy performers, struggling players, sell high, buy low guys, and waiver gems. Now to the podcast.
All right, here we go. This is take 2 of the fantasy podcast. Sorry for the late pod. We couldn't do it because, we did it. It was long as hell, and we had some really good insight, but it ended up that the file got corrupted. So here we are again with the fantasy guru, Aldo. Been playing fantasy since what was that?
2004.
2004. 70% win rate overall all time. Not bad. Let's start with your team. How are you doing in fantasy right now, bro?
Well, I'm doing pretty good in all of my leagues except our league.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't won. Just
You're 0-3 now, right?
Yeah,
This is week
yeah.
3.
I got hit by the Mike Conley curse.
Oh, shoot. That's right. He's
Yeah,
one of, and
yeah.
it's-
He's
our
been
rosters
so
are
bad.
so small that one
Yeah.
player can really mess up your season.
Yeah, we have 7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
So every guy
goddamn.
is so important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been hard. Do you think Mike Conley is the main reason right now?
Yeah, well, not anymore. Because, I mean, last week I didn't even play him. Then I still lost. I made a mistake. I put in Thibault.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
Been just feeling out, trying different things.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course, of course. Besides that, what's your general outlook on how the NBA season's been going?
It's been pretty crazy. Don't remember it being this wild to start the season.
Mhm.
Recently, there've been so many injuries and Aiton and John Collins got suspended.
That's really huge.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people were like writing on
Yeah.
them to
And
be
fantasy
really
wise,
big.
it's so difficult because they're not marked as injured.
Yeah.
So people who are playing in the daily leagues might have to make a decision and drop them because you can't put them in the injured list, right?
Oh, I see.
Because right, the most common is
Injury reserve.
people do like the daily leagues.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can put them down to the injured list so that you can add someone to fill that slot.
Right.
But then
So
since
you
they're
just
marked as
drop
out,
them.
yeah, some people just drop them.
God,
Because
that's
25
rough,
games is
dude.
huge. That's like
Yeah. that's
6-7 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is actually really crazy if you think about it.
Yeah.
What do you think of this whole drug thing? This whole PEDs thing?
I'm not really aware of what's going on, but then I saw that the one of Aiton was like a masking agent.
Okay. So what
So-
does that mean?
It's the kind of thing that you take so that no one knows what else you took.
Oh, so it's sketchy.
Yeah,
It's sketchy.
Yeah,
Do you think this has been a problem in the NBA for a while and they're only like enforcing it now?
because I remember when we were a few years ago, Tekoglu got suspended. It used to be the old guys who would get caught.
And
And then when they asked someone for a quote, they were like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is the drug thing in the NBA? And they go like, oh, it's like an 11.
yeah.
With everyone with the PEDs and everything. Yeah. Did you see Waiters got suspended for 10 games?
Is it
Because-
because of the gummy bear
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He had an anxiety attack after taking an edible.
Dude,
So, I don't really know what's going on. But
he hasn't been relevant for a while.
yeah,
like,
he hasn't. Last season, he didn't do anything.
Right? They don't
special.
really play him.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think's the future of Dion Waiters? Is he ever gonna come back?
I don't know. I'd be surprised if we still heard about him like
Yeah.
a year from now. Yeah.
True,
He might
right.
end up he would be really fun in China.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
Yeah.
true. That's a
Yeah.
great landing, like where Lance is now.
Yeah, that skill set is perfect for China.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just put up buckets. Just score for your team.
Yeah.
Destroy these scrubs.
That would be really fun.
Okay, I want to talk about this because one of the craziest things this season for me is particularly two teams. One, I guess, just been underperforming for a while. One is a complete surprise. Phoenix and Minnesota.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the more legit contender there?
Oh, Phoenix.
Yeah?
They look really fun for me.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do. But like
Yeah.
when you look down at the box score, you're like, wait, who are these
Yeah,
people?
yeah.
You know, I mean, like obviously they're known people like Rubio,
Yeah.
Oubre has been in for a few years. Aaron Baines had a like pretty minimal role, but a significant one on the Celtics.
Yeah.
But now
Like,
they're
now he's a superstar.
balling and they're beating legit teams.
Yeah.
Like okay, who did they beat? They beat the Clippers, didn't they? With Kawhi.
Yeah.
Who else did they beat? I forget.
Well, they had a bunch of close games also. They beat Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Philadelphia was undefeated until that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but that was without
Right.
Embiid, right?
Yeah.
Still.
Embiid wasn't there. Yeah.
Still.
Still a pretty good team.
So you think they're gonna make the playoffs?
Oh, no,
would
I
you go
doubt
to that
that.
extent?
Yeah. Maybe they'll compete.
Who do you
Maybe
think
like end
they?
up 9th, 10th, something like that?
So you think they have a better shot at making the playoffs than Minnesota?
Oh.
Wiggins been balling. Cat's
Yeah.
been balling.
Oh, they've been losing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. But they have a decent record. What are they,
yeah.
like 6-3 right now?
Because my biggest problem with Minnesota is that it's such a point guard dominated league, and they
They got
have Jeff
Teague.
Teague.
Yeah.
And Jeff Teague is not very good anymore, and they don't even have a decent backup anymore because they let go of Tyus Jones.
Right.
And I feel like point guard is just so important, especially if you have scorers like you have Towns, you have Wiggins.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna need someone to like set it up for them and everything. Because Wiggins, neither of them is like a good playmaker yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they'd be a good Chris Paul team actually. Like if they could put the salary together. Yeah.
Okay, that's spicy.
Yeah, because Chris Paul
I
would
like
be super
that.
good. Yeah, he
That's
would
so
fix
true.
a lot of problems that they have. They need leadership. They need a playmaker. They need
Yeah.
a point guard.
And Philly's showing that you can't just wait. You can't just wait and
Yeah.
wait for your, lottery picks to become top 10 players. Like
yeah,
sometimes you just gotta make the move,
Yeah, you have to
right?
go
You have
for
to
it.
go all in. So they're currently 6-4. Wiggins been balling out.
yeah,
He's one of the players, especially in one of my leagues. People were talking about like the number one thing about Wiggins is don't get him,
yeah.
right? But he's been balling. What do you think of that? Is that sustainable the way he's been playing?
Well, based on how he's been doing in the past, no, I don't think so. But then anything's possible
True.
because he's still kind of young.
Yeah,
so
he
it's
is.
it's very, and I think Jimmy Butler stunted a lot of his growth
Mm-hmm.
because they were playing similar positions. They both needed the ball, and now like, he's had time without him.
Right.
So maybe, hopefully, but then, I have very big reason to be skeptical.
Yeah,
'Cause,
of
I've
course,
never
of
drafted
course.
Wiggins ever. Either.
Yeah.
yeah.
Even if he's cheap,
Yeah.
like stay away. You're wasting a spot where you. It's
Yeah.
like opportunity cost, right? That
Yeah.
money could be spent for somebody else
Yeah.
who could do a lot better.
And it's not that just he doesn't do anything; it's just he hurts you also.
With his
Right?
field
Field
goals.
goal sucks.
Yeah.
He's not that good at free throws.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
He has a bunch of turnovers. He's like. a
I feel like that's
negative.
an underrated thing about fantasy, though. People tend to overlook the percentages,
Yeah.
even though
Yeah.
they can make or break a lot of your weeks.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
Like, people will think, oh, I have way more games than this guy.
Mm.
And then,
Yeah. You forget that there's 3 categories that really don't care about the number of games, right?
yeah,
The
exactly.
2 percentages and turnovers.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Okay, and then I want to talk about in the East,
Yeah.
you got the Celtics on top
Yeah.
right now. Do you think they're for real? Would you take them over the Bucks?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, not over the Bucks.
Okay.
But I think they're for real. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'd rather have the Bucks.
what's
'cause
your
of
hierarchy?
Giannis.
What's your top 4 in order
In the
on-
East?
in the East right now?
Milwaukee number 1, Philly number 2, Boston number 3,
And then
and
Miami.
number 4 it's probably maybe Toronto.
Oh, so
with how
you
they've
think
been
Toronto is better than
Yeah.
Miami?
Well, cause
They have a lot of interesting wings. OG he got his eye poked today.
yeah. Oh, but they
Lowry's
played them very well,
out.
considering it is the second of a back-to-back.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I saw this thing.
But,
They held
yeah.
Kawhi and LeBron
Mhm.
to a combined 25 points over the past 2 days.
Wow,
That's pretty good.
that's insane.
Yeah, and they're playing with so much confidence.
Yeah.
I think everyone's bought into the system and everything.
Fred VanVleet is legit. That's all I have to say. It's not one series he's
Yeah.
showing up. It's
Yeah.
he's gonna be here all year.
Yeah.
I feel like he's one of those guys in fantasy who people might have been reluctant to pick up, but he
Yeah.
seems like a great pick now.
Yeah.
Right?
It's crazy value. And you'll never know because like in the conference finals last year, he started playing well after his wife gave birth.
Yeah.
So if she gets pregnant again, he might take another leap. Yeah.
True. Okay, how about in the West? Who's your top 4 contenders in order?
I like the 2 LA teams.
No, but
Number 1 for me is probably the Clippers.
because what edges them out?
There's just this continuity.
Right.
Like they had this system in place. They had this really good team last year that annoyed the Warriors,
Mhm.
and then you added Kawhi, you added Paul George, and you basically kept more or less everyone. They lost like maybe just Gallinari.
So do you
Yeah.
think they'll have any trouble in terms of when Paul George comes back, integrating him into the system, who's getting touches?
I don't think it'll be that much of a problem because I feel like we tend to forget that Paul George, like when he started out, wasn't really the kind of guy that needed the ball all the time.
True.
Like in Indiana, he played with Danny Granger first, and then in that team that would make the conference finals, he wasn't really scoring that much unless needed because they had David West, they had Lance Stephenson.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They were like the starting five was pretty even.
Yeah.
The way they would. Who was it? Their point guard, George Hill.
Yeah, George Hill.
Yeah. And then Roy Hibbert when he was still alive.
Yeah. Those are fun teams.
Yeah. That was a really fun team.
Yeah.
So you think it'll be fine? And then your second team would be the Lakers.
Yeah, the Lakers.
The number one seed right now.
Yeah, just because they have like 2 top 5 guys.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. But I kind of worry about their depth. Like, after LeBron, who do they have as a playmaker?
Oof. It's not looking good, dude. Yeah. Especially, like, people really wanted Kuzma to make the jump. I don't think he's quite there.
Yeah.
The
perception of him is so much better than how he actually is.
Yeah. I think it's that LA, mystique.
Yeah.
And the fact that he was drafted super late and ended up, like numbers wise and like eye test, he looked a lot better than Lonzo in the rookie year and like stuff like that.
And I feel like he has a good PR team.
Mm-hmm. See, this is why I really think, I don't know how they would have gotten the deal done, but if they could get AD without giving up just Lonzo, that would have been great for them.
Yeah. Especially with how Ingram's been playing.
Yeah,
it's been so good this year.
The way he's been playing and what's it called? If you look at the team now, they have so many bigs and they have all these wings too. But Quinn Cook, Avery Bradley, I like, but how much Troy Daniels, like I don't know.
You have a lot of seventh guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not really sure if you have like.
And then who's your third team?
Denver.
Really?
I like Denver. Yeah.
Even with the slow start, people expected them to come out of the gates just run the whole.
They tied for number 1.
Yeah.
Now.
But like obviously it's early days. We played like 10 games, 9 games so far, but
I like the depth. Like you could literally go with like 12 pretty good players, pretty good rotation guys.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of the opposite of the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone you play is like super decent.
Right.
Really good. Like when you use them on 2K, you never have the problem with your players getting tired.
Yeah, you can do auto subs.
Off. Yeah. Because like, and Michael Porter Jr. isn't even doing much yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the more he plays, the more dangerous he's gonna get.
And it feels like with that team, all he has to do is score.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's what he wants to do.
Yeah. Which is good because like that's all they need from him.
They're pretty legit guys coming off the bench.
Yeah.
They could start another team.
That's so true. Right? I mean, the Lakers would love to have some of those wings.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like, literally, any of them would be so much better than the bench guys
imagine,
on the
like,
Lakers.
freaking Monte Morris or something on the Lakers. That'd be crazy, dude.
Yeah. Jeremy Grant.
Yeah.
That guy was starting last year.
I mean, that's a really underrated pickup, I feel like.
Yeah.
And then, who's your fourth team?
Fourth team in the West. Oh. I'm gonna have to give this one some thought because they.
Yeah, you got the Rockets, you got the Jazz, you got the Suns, Mavs, Timberwolves.
I like
Spurs, Blazers.
Probably the Jazz.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
Apparently, statistically, they're like the number 1 defense in the NBA right now.
Yeah. Because I was taking a look at the standings early, and everyone's just bunched together.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love about the West. It's so exciting.
That's so true, dude. Like, the 12 seed is 3-6, and the 1 seed is 7-2. So it's, I mean, the 6 seed is 6-3. So it's pretty close.
What I worry about for the Jazz is, just in case like Gobert gets injured or something, I feel like they don't have a lot of big guys.
Right.
Because they try to get away with Royce O'Neal playing power forward. Sometimes it's Ingles or Bogdanovic, and how are you gonna do that against the Lakers?
Yeah, that's a bad matchup. They're a bad matchup for a lot of teams, though. It feels like, but the one team that can really bang with them is the Clippers. Dude. They have some big guys who can play. Montrez and even Zubac can ball. Like
Zubac has been
solid. Really good. I actually played against Dito last week, and he had Zubac, and he had one crazy. It was like 13-12, 2 blocks. He didn't even play like most of the fourth, dude. Like,
and he doesn't turn it over. Right?
Yeah,
good percentages.
And when you watch him, the eye test, man, he can really ball.
Yeah.
You know?
When I play, since we're talking about fantasy, like for those leagues where I have to update daily, and that's additional one where you have like the point guard, shooting guard, and it's just the default Yahoo thing. I like going with practically no centers. So usually I slot in Zubac. Zubac is my other center. Now I really like Kleba, the one in Dallas.
Yes.
So those two just exist there. Like, give me threes, don't hit my percentages, and everyone else is just a guard.
That's sick.
Yeah, usually if I get to put that team together, I'm pretty sure like I'm gonna finish like 1 or 2.
Well.
Yeah, at least in the eliminations, because there's just too many threes, too much steals, and everything. But it's pretty tough to build.
Why do you think so? Is it because the league is so guard heavy and ball handler heavy and
yeah, you can
the
get
way the
a
game
lot.
is played?
Yeah, and there are certain guys who play like guards, but you can get them as power forwards. Like you get people like, if you have Jonathan Isaac playing with that lineup, it's perfect.
Oh yeah, dude, he's been really good as well.
Yeah, just this certain guys. Who
My worry about the Nuggets and the Jazz again is like the playoffs. You know, we always talk about this when the game slows down. Who's your guy?
Yeah.
I mean, Donovan Mitchell. He does look like he's improved, but I don't think he's that guy yet.
Yeah,
right.
But I think Conley can pick up some of the slack.
That's true. That's
he's
true.
He's a huge
actually.
upgrade over Rubio.
Yeah.
In terms of like the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah, and Bogdanovic, he's been pretty good.
You believe in him on that stage?
As long as he's not your guy, as long as it's not like Indiana last year where he was the guy.
Right.
I feel like he'd be a good third option. But if he's like your fourth option, he's pretty elite.
So if you're the Jazz, would you rather be playing the Lakers or the Clippers?
Ooh.
Like
probably the Clippers, maybe.
Okay.
I would think.
Do you think the Lakers are not a good matchup for them?
Who guards LeBron?
That's true.
At the end of the day, he's still pretty good. He's pretty old, but he's
looked really motivated this year.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. Well, he had for the first time in how long? He had like what, 6 months off?
Yeah,
That's
April
true.
to October,
just hanging out, having Taco Tuesdays and everything.
Yeah. So he's rejuvenated. How about the Rockets? They're 7-3 right now.
Yeah.
They've won their last 4.
I feel like they need a trade.
You think so?
Yeah. Just probably need a couple more better wings.
Right.
Maybe, yeah. Or because they've super missed Ariza since he left.
Mm-hmm.
Because just someone playing that role.
Yeah.
House is trying to do it now.
He's doing an okay job.
He's pretty steady.
But like sustainable.
Yeah, I'm not so confident in doing that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be confident.
And Eric Gordon isn't much anymore.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
He's really fallen off.
Yeah.
You think it's part of it is because Russ is in the lineup with him?
I think so. But then part of it probably is just he's getting older also.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
And he's always had like his injury problems, so he might not be the fittest guy or whatever. But yeah, I guess you just fall off.
Yeah.
And you think the Suns don't make the playoffs?
I'd like to see them there,
That
but I
would be
feel like
amazing.
realistically they'd be like 9th, 8th.
The way Booker's been playing recently.
Yeah.
You're a Booker non-believer. You say he's overrated, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you still think that?
No, actually, no. Like, well, not 100%, but then he's kind of convinced me over the past few weeks, because it's always been good stats, bad team, and it wasn't. He did score 71 game, but they were kind of forcing it.
And they lost.
Yeah, but with how they've been playing now, like it's funny because
how he's been playing.
Yeah,
he doesn't just take the first shot he sees. You know, like
he's so mature. He's so strong now.
Yeah,
he's like finishing in the
I guess I guess ditching Team USA was a good thing for him.
Yeah. Tell that to Bill Simmons, right?
Yeah. What do you think of like this whole Aaron Baines thing though? Because like Ayton goes down, they have a hot start. You think, oh okay, they're gonna simmer down, but Baines has been crazy.
Good. Yeah.
He's been really good, dude.
Yeah. I think because they play such a free-flowing offense and he gets so many opportunities to shoot threes from the corner.
Yeah.
And everything's just so wide open because he's playing with so many shooters that he can operate inside freely also.
And his shooting has been interesting,
Yeah.
decent, even though his form looks weird and he's like
it's
jumping
he's leaning.
forward. Yeah.
But he had a pretty good World Cup also. So he's probably
that's
building
true.
off that.
That's true.
Yeah, because he was playing pretty big minutes for them and he was producing. But that game that they got eliminated, I remember I kept asking, it's like, why are you playing Bogut instead of Baines?
Yeah.
Spain ended up eliminating them.
That's true.
But yeah, it might be one of those things usually when people play in the World Cup, they usually come back playing a little better. Kind of
Right.
like what happened. Like the most common case is the redeem team. Everyone else had a great 08-09 season after. Right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
most
the same
commonly
thing for
cited
him.
thing. Yeah. Yeah.
I want to talk about the top fantasy performers so far.
Okay. Yeah.
So far, ranked number 1 is James Harden.
Yeah.
Are you surprised?
Not at all. He loves stats.
Yeah, James Harden's been
Yeah.
going off ever since like his first
First-
week or two where it
Yeah.
looked kind of iffy, right? He's averaging 37 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, a steal and a half, and 0.7 blocks, but on 6 turnovers.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's already gonna win you 5 categories.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. I mean, 41% from the field, 88 from the line.
Yeah.
At 41 from the field, I mean, it is what it is, right? 37 points is going to give you that.
Mm. And what's amazing is that he has steals now.
Yeah.
That kind of just started
Last year.
mid last year.
Yeah.
He just started playing
Yeah,
defense.
yeah, yeah. Mid last year, he was going off, dude. I
Yeah.
swear. This guy,
He was getting
he has
5,
some
6.
crazy,
Yeah.
crazy days. He'll win you a league in one night.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he'll just go 37, 5, 10, and then 3 steals, 2 blocks.
Yeah.
Like, randomly, you know? Like, it's really interesting.
You just pair him with 2 decent cards. You're gonna win
Mhm.
the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah. So true. And then a surprise to me is number 2 is Damian Lillard, ranked number 2 in the fantasy performance so
Yeah.
far. He's averaging 33, 5 rebounds, almost 7 assists, a steal, 1.3 steals and half a block,
Yeah.
and on 2.7 turnovers. So at least he's not killing you
Yeah.
hard there. What
Well,
have you thought so far? Even though Portland's struggling.
I think that's exactly why he has to do that because his teammates have been so bad.
Yeah.
Like, McCollum's been so disappointing. I don't
And
know
they
what
lost
happened to him.
Collins.
Yeah, Collins was supposed to be so important.
And Whiteside like floats in and out of games. Sometimes he's engaged, sometimes he isn't. You
He
know.
sucks on the pick and roll.
You know, yeah, you know their sub center, that European guy, what's his name? Levissier or whatever.
Yeah, Lebussier.
Yeah,
Skal.
he's pretty solid.
Yeah, he's
like
good.
I was watching him, like this guy's pretty decent.
When they were letting him play in Sacramento, he was pretty good.
Mm.
But I feel like he doesn't play much defense. I think that's why he disappears. And he's
Right,
not so big. He's like 6'7", 6'8", I think.
I see.
Yeah, but he was a Kentucky guy. I
Oh,
think,
really?
If I'm not mistaken.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but it was one of the down years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like bridging between superstars, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, they have
Yeah.
some of those.
Yeah.
But like Bazemore, I feel like Bazemore hasn't hit threes. The biggest bright side for Portland personally is Anthony.
Yeah,
He's
he's been pretty good.
dude.
Yeah,
He can shoot.
yeah. I had to pick him up.
You did?
Yeah.
Dude, I was thinking about it too, actually, just watching.
Yeah.
Who are they playing? Oh, I
Did you watch the
forget.
Hawks game?
No,
the
I
overtime?
didn't. I don't think.
Oh,
I didn't know.
okay.
Was that today?
Yes, they did.
I couldn't. I didn't catch that one.
That was fun.
Did he play
Yeah.
well?
Yeah, he was good, but then he missed the shot that could have won the game.
Oh,
But the one who
interesting.
he stood out and Herter stood out. Herter's fun also.
Yeah,
because he looks like he doesn't look like he's a good basketball player.
yeah,
He's
he's
so
one of those
athletic.
guys.
Yeah.
He's that YMCA. Like I ain't
Yeah.
picking him first. You know.
Yeah, but he's legit 6'7". Like when you see him moving, he looks like he's a big.
Yeah,
I mean, he's so smooth and he shoots so well. I'm a super big fan.
that's
Yeah.
sick. That's sick.
Yeah,
And
one of
he's
those
been
guys-
getting his touches.
Yeah, but he's one of those guys that I think he's much better in real life than fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. And then our third ranked player right now is Anthony Davis,
Yeah,
averaging 26, 10, 3, 1 steal and 3 blocks. He's averaging 3 blocks right now.
but he hasn't been so efficient field goal wise.
Yeah,
Right, he's had some bad games.
that's true. Even like from the line, I feel like
Yeah.
he's been better.
Yeah.
Well,
This
he had
isn't-
like a few just really like few games where he was really bad.
Yeah.
The rest were okay.
Yeah.
But
I've been reading that his shoulder hurts or something.
I
Right?
saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it. Who were they playing? I don't know if it was the game today
The Toronto game.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
or the game yesterday.
It
where
came out-
he like dunked
Yeah.
and he went So I'm worried, man.
Yeah, but he's
if
so
they lose him, they're in trouble.
They're so dead. Well, they have Dwight.
Here we go. I mean, Dwight's had some interesting games, but
Yeah.
he's gonna let down that fan base.
Yeah.
It's happening.
They're so shallow, their team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have like 3 centers. Dude.
Yeah. It's
That's the other
pretty
thing.
weird.
Like,
Yeah. I don't understand what they did.
But yeah, and then we have another guy I want to talk about is these two guys traded for each other, Trae Young and Luka,
Yeah.
who've been balling.
Yeah, they've
both
been
of
both
them.
fun.
It's been really interesting to see. Dude, Luka, okay. He's averaging 28 points, 10 rebounds a game and 9 assists. 1 steal, half a block. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's not supposed to be an average.
Yeah. He's almost averaging a triple-double.
Yeah.
You think he's what is he? Is he a top 10 player in the league?
I think so. Yeah, especially if he gets his free throws higher. Just like his game is so similar to Harden, except he's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And he's stronger.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't know about
not
the
as
stronger.
fast.
Yeah.
But you know, there's some give and take.
Yeah. Yeah.
His shooting touch has been really impressive.
Yeah.
I can't believe how consistent the shooter.
And he's so young.
Yeah.
Right? It's so scary.
It's crazy because it's like Kristaps already been in the league for a while. Luka comes in and he knows, that's the guy. You know what I mean? Like he just defers to him.
Yeah.
Because he's really been that good. Do you think the Mavs are making the playoffs?
Yeah, I think so. Like with what we've seen so far.
And
Carlisle's a good coach. Like we forget.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
They've been so bad for so long.
That's true.
I mean, the roster's been so bad for so long. We forget that he's a good coach.
Yeah.
And they're sort of figuring it out. They've been starting Seth Curry. Just so that they have an extra shooter.
I like
with Luka.
Seth though.
Yeah.
I always like Seth.
Also. Because
he's not a good fantasy guy, but he's
in
one of
real
those.
life. Like Portland last year, he was very important for them.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
He's kind of like Steph, except he's not as explosive. Like, but in terms of like the IQ.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, and he's 6'6".
I think it's part of being like the son of a basketball, an NBA player. You know.
Usually the Suns have been really good.
Yeah.
In the NBA,
it's been good.
Yeah. Good time to
and
be.
And then Trae Young, 26, 4, 8, almost 2 steals a game. 0 block. He hasn't had a block all year. But I don't expect that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been crazy. And like, all these people are going to be like, was it such a bad trade overall? Yeah. I mean, I still think they won that trade heavy, the Mavs. Because Luka might be an MVP. I don't know if Trae will. Maybe he can be scoring champ, but...
Yeah.
But he's been good. Do you think the Atlanta Hawks are legit?
Yes, I think so. Because
that would be great. That would be great for the league, man.
Because they have a lot of good pieces. I feel like they've been drafting well. Like just in terms of like you have the pick, you pick the right guy.
Right. Where you are in the draft,
you
pick the guy that you should have.
Yeah, because Hunter fits well. Yeah, and Hurt I really like. He's like a good secondary playmaker.
Of course, they have Collins.
Space the floor.
Yeah.
And Jabari's been pretty good. Like they haven't missed a beat.
I noticed that.
Like he's scoring.
You think he's a big pickup right now for while John Collins is out?
I think so. As long as you can tolerate like his bad games, because he's the type of guy who has like the bad turnover games sometimes. And he's not the best free throw shooter, but if he fits your strategy, why not?
Yeah,
it's pretty good value. Yeah, they have a fun team, and they still have Reddish. Reddish hasn't figured it out yet. I think when he does, it'll be even better. I like their team. Yeah, it's fun. I wish they got Zion. I want them to get Zion.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
Trae and Zion.
Yeah.
Dude. How far are we from Zion coming back?
Well, the last that I saw was mid-December, something like that.
Damn.
Because I was thinking about like trying to trade for him already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just to gamble.
You gotta make a play. Yeah. But then you have to, right?
Yeah. But then it might be too far away.
Yeah.
By that time, you might lose the next 4 matchups.
Yo, it's so hard in Southridge. I have in my other league. You can hide some of those holes with like your daily waiver guys, but like because you have so many slots where you can put players. But here, just having that one slot dead with Zion is gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Oh,
but did you see the team that has Zion?
Who?
It's Franco's team. So he has LeBron. He has Paul George. He has Zion. He has Jonathan Isaac.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Yo. And he got Devontae Graham.
Is he undefeated right now?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, wait. Is he?
I don't know.
Probably.
I got lucky last week, dude. Embiid was suspended.
Yeah.
And I had way more games than Vito, so I won that. But yeah, I'm a bit worried about my team too, especially since... Anyway, we'll get to the underperformers later. But I want to talk about some surprise guys, right? I have here Brogdon. I don't know how much of a surprise he is, but goddamn, he's been putting up numbers, bro. Good. He's a legit double machine. He's like on some Chris Paul shit with bad shooting percentages.
I really think Milwaukee should have just let Middleton walk and kept him.
Right?
They would have saved $20 million if they did that.
And he he could do what Middleton does, but he can also play make better.
Yeah. He's better than Bledsoe also.
Oh, yeah, dude.
He's so good. And he goes 50, 40, 90, which is so elite.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Because he's always been such a mature player.
Ever since his rookie year. Which is that? That's the year Ben Simmons first played.
Embiid.
Because
he won Rookie of the Year over Embiid. Yeah.
Embiid, my bad.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ben Simmons and Mitchell were together.
Oh, right. That was
the whole
one.
thing about rookie question mark and
well, whatever.
But yeah, I really like Brogdon. Like when you watch him play, it's just so smooth. He's the type of guy who doesn't make mistakes. And yeah, it's pretty cool what they're doing in Indiana.
Yeah,
when
that team's been
Oladipo comes
struggling,
back. But because Turner's been out, Sabonis was out for a while.
That's true.
But they're in the East.
True.
It's so easy.
They can always just come back.
Yeah, get hot in March. All of a sudden you're 8th place.
What's Oladipo's timeline like right now?
I think I saw January. Late December to January. But yeah. He probably won't be as good to begin with, but then it'll be a fun team to watch.
You think he'll reach it though? His peak of his recent Indiana peak?
Well, because that's really fun if he does.
I mean, him
so.
and Brogdon, I could really see it working because both of them are like not need the ball guys, but can do a lot with the ball guys. You know, like
and
that.
they're both good defenders.
It's sort of like the Drew Lonzo, but better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I still can't get over that when Indiana had that series against LeBron and they went 7 games.
Yeah, that's actually insane.
Oladipo was so good.
And LeBron had to make some really big plays, man.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't just like in the 4 games that they won, they blew them out. It was hard. It was hard fought all the way.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Yeah, exactly. The I have 2 guys from the Hornets. Like you were saying in the pod that no one's gonna hear, but the team of opportunity.
Oh, but I got it wrong.
Can happen.
I was saying Bacon Monk.
Yeah, but it's PJ and Graham.
Yeah.
How worried should Terry Rozier be?
Super random. It's like throw a dart on the wall. Oh, I don't think he should be that worried.
Really?
Because I've been when I would check out the play-by-plays and everything, because you don't really want to watch Charlotte games. I end up watching something else.
I usually don't.
Yeah. They like playing them both together, so not so bad. But I think Rozier isn't getting exactly the role that he wanted to.
Yeah.
But I think he'll be assured of at least 28, 30 minutes just because everyone else there sucks.
Right.
Washington and Bridges have been pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're both kind of similar. Like they're a little big for wings, not exactly bigs. Like you could see something like interesting. Like
I think PJ's definitely more of a 4 than Miles is though.
Yeah.
But I like how they haven't been awful, bro. Yeah. I expected them to
be super bad.
So bad. But they haven't been awful. You have PJ who's averaging 13, 6, an assist, a steal and a half, and a block. Yeah. So like in those peripheral stats, steals, blocks, he's really been giving it to you, man. Yeah. Like I mean, you went for him. Yeah. It was your first pick for obviously $1, but He's been really good, and his percentages have been decent. He's shooting 51 from the field, 72 from the line. It's not bad. Yeah. Right? Like, and then Graham, dude, I played against him last week. He's averaging 17, 3 boards, 8 assists, about a steal.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And he's had a lot of like 16 and 13 games, like random games like that. Like,
my thing about assists, like, I feel like that's the stat that people put the highest premium on.
Yeah.
Because you can't pick assists late in the draft. You usually have to pick someone with assists really early.
Right.
So picking up someone with assists is huge.
Yeah, especially someone off the fucking waiver wire. Yeah. This guy was definitely not
he
drafted.
Averages 8.
Yeah.
If you have 2 guys who average 8, you'll win assists every week, especially in our league.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have Rubio and Brogdon. Those are my guys who give me all my dimes, basically. And then Jokic will like sprinkle a little
give you
something
5,
there.
6. Yeah.
But yeah, that's how it's been.
Yeah.
I just find it so interesting. Like, there's always every year there are these guys who just come out of nowhere and they put up stats. Usually, I feel like in a few of the years, it's been like Ish Smith on a random team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah, but now it's just guys you've never heard of.
Yeah.
Like more than ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like random guys.
Yeah, what's similar to Charlotte, which I'm about to get into, another surprise performer.
Yeah.
Obviously, very recently in very small sample size, but Pascal from the Warriors.
Yeah.
The go nowhere Warriors with all these random players playing. Like, okay, so last week, they had 4 games.
Yeah.
I picked up Glenn Robinson, just like whatever, play him.
Yeah.
He'll get me something, right? Pascal has been crazy.
Yeah.
His birthday game was crazy against Portland. Portland lost to the Warriors. That was the team. One of the teams that I was like, huh?
Yeah. D-League Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Pascal's been so good.
And
And
think he's legit.
yeah, I think so. Because when you see when you watch him play, like he looks like he's very much in control of his body. And with a body that big, like usually people don't move as well as he does.
Mm-hmm.
And his shot looks good.
Yeah, his shot definitely looks good.
And the way he plays now looks exactly like how I looked for old videos from playing in college. And it looks very similar. He's one of those guys I feel like he fell in the draft because he's like undersized.
Yeah, it's
but
always
the Warriors
this
have been so good at
thing of vitals, right?
Yeah.
Like
But more and more we've been seeing teams don't really care as much because nowadays you can find like 6'6", 6'7" guys who play 3, who play the 4, and they're still pretty effective. They're much better
Green.
than exactly. People are more willing to take a gamble on those kinds of guys.
Yeah. I mean, like someone like PJ Tucker, he's basically the 4 of that team, right? Like he's tiny. You know when you see him out there, I'm like, this guy's short, man. It's crazy.
He's just so stocky though.
So do you see anyone else in the Warriors that's maybe a waiver pickup or someone to watch?
Now?
Yeah.
No, not really.
So he's really the sure thing.
Yeah. Well, you could take a gamble on Burks.
You did.
Yeah.
I see.
He's in my lineup this
on,
week.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at it actually.
Because
he had a few good games, and like on the Jazz, he was alright.
Yeah, the thing about Burks is every time he gets to play, he plays well.
Right.
But I feel like he's just one of those guys that his maximum capacity is everyone else is like 80% of everyone else's.
Right.
That's why he just always ends up being like a bench guy. But he's
Yeah.
always been able to play pretty well when he's given the opportunity.
So like no Jordan Poole, no.
Well, Poole is gonna kill you with the percentages, with
Yeah.
efficiency and everything.
Right.
But then if you're playing with him with Harden, why not?
True.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
He's someone to look at.
Poole has so much opportunity.
Yeah. So does D'Angelo.
Yeah. But D'Angelo's been so good.
Yeah. He has.
He scored like 14, 15 straight this morning.
It's so
I think.
interesting. Like he was on a good team last year it was like a low key good team.
Yeah.
Now he's on like this team that's in the public eye all the time.
Yeah.
But his team's garbage. So he just has to carry them.
Yeah.
And
That's
he's
what I
been
thought
pretty
Steph was
good.
gonna play like this year.
Yeah, me
Right.
too.
Yeah.
And even when he did play, he did not play like that.
Yeah.
It was
It's
not
been
looking
weird.
good. He says he wants to come back still this season.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
that's
let's
interesting. That's interesting.
Mm.
Another surprise guy I have here is Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
He's
good.
been
Yeah.
really crazy, bro. Like
A
let me
very
pull this up.
interesting thing about him is he could never dribble before. Like he was like practically a power forward playing as a shooting guard. But
Right.
like this year he's dribbling very good. Well, like he looks pretty
It's that
smooth.
work ethic.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people have him compared to Paul George. They think he can hit that ceiling possibly if everything clicks. Do you see that being a possibility with him?
Yeah, I think so.
You think there's a chance that he's better than Tatum at the end of the day?
Oof. Yes,
Yeah.
I think so because he has high upside in terms of defense.
Right.
Yeah, and Kobe's been in Tatum's ear. Like I love Kobe and everything, but Tatum's
So you
been
think
shooting
that's
too many long
really
twos.
that's significant?
I think so. Like the long twos.
He went 1 for 18 today.
Yeah. Because when he was a rookie, he wasn't doing any of those long two Kobe stuff. He was just either taking threes or dunking.
Mm-hmm.
And then now he's just, I guess, I don't know, he's been doing more of the mid-range and
Right.
everything.
I
and
mean,
yeah.
it's different there. Like, if you're really good at the mid range and it's a
Yeah.
shot that you can just get for yourself and be reliable with, sort of like what Kawhi is showing.
Yeah.
It can
Yeah.
be a really powerful thing to have in your offensive arsenal, but when you're just jacking it up like that, right? It's not gonna work out.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown is the 54th ranked player right now. He's averaging 20, 7, 2, almost a steal and half a block, and only on 1 turnover. So he's been pretty good, man.
And that should be higher because he missed a couple of games. He got sick for a week.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I
I
completely
think
forgot
default
about that.
rankings take into account totals. But yeah, what I like about Brown is because you read so much stuff, you hear so much stuff that he's a smart guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like one of those guys that he's always trying to learn. Like he tries to learn different languages. He tries different diets. He's just always reading and everything. Yeah, and I feel like the guys like that, they're a little bit more. You know that they're gonna try to get better, or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, of course, it could like just they could be totally crazy also like Kyrie, but like I think
true.
Yeah, like for Jaylen Brown, I feel like everything you've been saying about him is like. Yeah, I think this is the kind of guy who's gonna work to become so much better.
Right.
And we've seen it because when he started out, he was sucked as a shooter.
I mean, he was.
And now he's pretty decent.
Yeah, he was just a body out there, man.
Yeah.
I swear. Like a Roberson type, like just throw him out there, right?
Yeah.
And then two other surprise guys I have are the rookies on Miami.
Yeah.
Nunn and Hero.
Yeah.
I mean, Nunn doesn't really give you much besides points, threes, stuff like that. But it's been interesting. Hero's kind of simmered down a little.
Yeah.
But what do you think of them?
Well, I think they're rookies, and it's difficult to expect them to be consistent. But then when they're on, they're so exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Hero.
Yeah.
Like it looks really fun when he's hot.
That's so true.
Yeah.
He apparently said he
looks so
patents his
confident.
game after Devin Booker.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And that's all he watches. All he watches is Booker.
They've been pretty fun.
So wait, among these guys, Brogdon, PJ Graham, Pascal, Jaylen Brown. Well, no, PJ Graham, Pascal, Nunn, and Hero. Who among those guys? Who do you think are potential players you could keep the rest of the season?
Graham, definitely.
Graham.
Yeah. It's like what we talked about the last time. Just Charlotte, they're going nowhere.
Yeah.
There's so much opportunity. And
Yeah.
They have nothing to lose.
Yeah,
and
he's
there's
never
no
going
way
to
they-
lose his
yeah.
spot there, right?
Yeah. He just, if he develops, that's good for them.
Mm-hmm.
So they should just keep playing him out there. Same with all the other guys in Charlotte. Like,
Yeah.
I
That's
don't want to be worried about like Zeller.
He's been really good, though.
Yeah, that's why.
He's been really good.
I feel like he's the type of old guy they're just gonna go in March. They're gonna be like, "Oh, it's fine. Go home."
Yeah.
yeah. We'll play this random G League guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have any specific surprises for you this season?
I'm super
Surprise
surprised with
performers.
Anunoby.
Oh, dude, I
Yeah.
have him in one league.
He's been so good,
Dude,
so consistent.
He's been
Yeah.
really good.
And he was getting picked so late in the auctions. He was really cheap.
I
and in
picked
the-
him up on the waiver
Yeah,
first week.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Isaac. I think he's ranked in the top 10. He
Is
was
he?
for a while.
Damn.
I don't know if he still is. But then like the steals, the blocks, and then with threes, just everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been so good. If only he wasn't in.
But I feel like the thing about Isaac is he's 19th right now.
Yeah.
But like the thing about he's averaging 3 steals. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway, the thing about him is like it's been a few years. It's one of those things where it's like when is he gonna break out? Or maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
But he's finally here, man.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be sort of like a Mitchell Robinson thing where next year he's gonna be one of those picks people are gonna be like out there for, you know.
Yeah.
Any other surprises you got for the year?
So far,
Mm-hmm.
I've been surprised with like how some of the guys have fallen off. Like okay,
Yeah, let's get
Yeah,
into
it's the
that.
opposite
Let's
to
get
the-
into the struggles.
like Fox got injured, but then
Yeah.
when he was playing, he wasn't playing very well.
And the Kings in general have not been good.
they've been.
Do you think it's a Luke thing?
Do you think so?
I don't know.
Well, 'cause
There's
a lot of
what else
evidence,
would it be?
yeah.
Yeah.
last year they were really fun to watch.
Yeah.
They're super fun
I
to watch.
thought they would be the Mavs. I
Yeah.
thought they would just break out this year.
Yeah.
Like here we come, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, they've
Yeah.
had their struggles.
Yeah, and McCollum's been bad also. But then
Yeah.
I don't think people expect that much from him anymore.
True,
Mm.
but after last year's playoffs where he was just a beast,
Yeah.
I felt like he would come out and like play
Yeah.
really well. But yeah,
Mm.
he hasn't really been there.
Yeah. And Jaren Jackson Jr. didn't start off
Dude,
that well. But
that's
he's been picking it up.
finally
Yeah.
he had that game today.
Yeah.
Today was actually the first day he had like 120-point double the
Yeah.
other day.
Yeah.
Today what did he have? He had like 6 rebounds, 5 assists,
Mm.
24 points, led
Yeah.
the team in scoring.
And he had 3 threes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nice. A
Yeah.
steal and a block.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is what I need from this guy because
Yeah.
It's been rough, bro. And people have been giving me so much shit for picking him up, too. Because I guess in my league, people didn't really think he would be that good.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, you're really picking him up for 25 or 30 or whatever I did. And I was like, I think he's worth that much.
Did you see how high I was going for him?
Yeah.
But Beef didn't want to let go. I was just like, fine, keep him for 45.
45. Beef
or 47, something
and
like that.
goddamn, he's had struggles.
Like,
he had this one game. It was so weird.
It was
He
like
only
5
played
points,
like
I
14.
think.
He only played like 14 minutes.
Yeah.
And I watched it.
Yeah.
In the fourth, he was healthy.
Yeah. Oh, he's a
And-
foul machine.
Yeah.
That's why.
No, but that's the thing. He had 4 fouls.
Yeah.
It was the fourth, about 6 minutes left. Coach was about to put him in. Memphis makes a run. Decides, okay, I'm not putting him back in the game. You know, him and I think Jokic has had a few games like this too, where the coach was just not happy with the way he's playing. Simply, you know, and Malone showed that he's not scared to bench Jokic.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not playing well, you're not putting your like proper effort out there, then I'm not gonna play you.
Yeah.
But yeah, his fouls have been really. I remember he had 3 in the first against the Lakers.
Happens a lot. Yeah.
Oh my
Then
god!
they just let Brandon Clark play.
You think he's gonna bounce back and be more consistent though the rest of the year?
I feel like the players like that on the bad teams, they usually start playing better once they're kind of sure that they're not gonna make the playoffs.
I
Like
see.
they're a little bit more loose. The coaches are also a little bit more okay. We're just tanking. It's fine.
Right.
And just now at the start of the season, I feel like there's a little bit more pressure and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like him. Like
Me too.
we're on the same boat. I traded for him in 2 leagues actually. I was
Really?
thinking, I was like, could probably buy low.
Yeah, exactly.
Last week I traded after Hayward had that 17 of 20 game. I traded Hayward for Jaren Jackson Jr. Then Hayward got injured. So lucky. In
Are
the
you
same
kidding
league,
me?
in the same league, I traded Kyle Lowry for Lonzo and Lopez.
You got Lonzo and Lopez.
Yeah. Then Lowry got injured also.
Yeah.
I was just
No,
like,
dude,
wow.
that's so interesting because like I have a section here for sell high guys.
Yeah.
And Lowry's there, and like I mean obviously he got injured, but before that he was a fucking sell high guy.
Yeah. It wasn't sustainable. 34 years old, 38 minutes a game.
Yeah. It's been weird.
Yeah.
Another one who's been struggling. Obviously, we talked about it. Mike Conley.
Yeah.
Awful start.
Yeah.
But he's looking better.
Yeah.
He's looking more.
He was very good today.
Part of it was just his shot just needed to go down,
Yeah.
right? Like, and then everything would flow a little
Yeah.
better. Because like when teams see you're off, they even play you a little differently. Then you're in your head, you know, like.
I read this thing that he just wasn't used to it because he was playing in Memphis for so long. Like the play calls were different. Like they'd call the plays different. Like everything, all the signals. So he just took time to adjust. 'Cause
Right.
He was
It's
there
sort
for
of
like
like an
12 years.
NFL team.
Yeah.
Where like you got to get used to the whole system.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. He was there for a very long time.
And he was the guy for so
Mhm.
long. I think he was starting from his second year already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah, that's actually
Conley.
crazy.
Still hasn't been an all-star.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you play in the West your whole life.
Yeah. He should have just gone to the Knicks this year.
Bruh, if he was
Yeah.
on the East,
He'd
if
be-
he was in the East, he'd be
he'd
a
be an
fucking 4 or
all-star.
5 time All-Star,
Yeah.
honestly. Like it's way too competitive. They really
Yeah.
need to just make it the top 22 guys or however many guys they do.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah. Who else do you have as a struggling player, disappointing player to start the season?
Aside from Conley, Ingles has been pretty bad, but I don't know if there were much expectations for him.
Right.
But then-
he's been better. He has some games like he'll never have a game where he used to have high rebounds, high assists.
Yeah.
Now it's either or, and the scoring is always going to be bad.
Yeah.
Now,
Mm.
I think part of it is because Bogdanovic has played so well
Yeah. That's
that
true.
they just got to roll
He's
with
gotten
him.
a lot of his touches also.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been I had no expectations for him, but then a lot of people are calling out Marcus Hall because he hasn't been doing much. But then he's never been the
yeah.
type, anyways, to be like dominant in fantasy.
Yeah, I never saw him as that guy, so I'm not like big on him or anything.
You know, people were still picking him 70th, 60th.
Should have taken
stuff like
Fred.
that. Yeah, they really should have. He's been so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else has been disappointing? You know who's interesting?
Who?
Levert.
Okay.
Because his line looks
about
good
him.
and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But then, usually if you have him, you aren't going to win. because he sucks at both percentages. He has a lot of turnovers and he doesn't play defense. But then you're gonna get mesmerized by 26, 7, and 9.
Right.
So I realized that in one of my leagues I had him, and by the end of the first week I was like, shit, I need to get rid of this guy.
Yeah. So what's it called? With that, what do you think of the Nets so far?
I feel like they can be better.
Yeah.
So much better. But then I think they have the foundation. They're gonna be pretty interesting. They probably end up fifth in the 5 to 7 range in the East.
I'm really worried about Kyrie now, man.
Yeah.
I'm really worried. He had that Boston stint, and that didn't work out. And now he's on the Nets. He's in a fresh system, and I don't know. Now I'm starting to feel like it's either Kyrie or the highway. Like he can't integrate himself into offenses properly or gracefully. You know, like.
What sucks also is Brooklyn kind of took for granted their vets last year because they had like DeMari Carroll, they had Dudley, the locker room guys,
right?
And they were the ones dancing on the sidelines, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that contributed to the team so much.
Definitely.
Yeah. And it's looking more and more like, yeah, you're right, Kyrie.
Right? I mean,
he can't be your star, I think.
I feel like, I mean, obviously these NBA players, they think differently.
Yeah.
But if I was KD, I wouldn't pick Kyrie to be the guy to pair myself with, you know? Like.
What KD's great also.
True.
Right?
True.
Burners, everything.
Yeah.
It's match made in heaven, 2 of them.
Yeah. But, God, I mean, KD will obviously make that team so much better. But still, I mean, you kind of, well, personally, I kind of, since I'm not really a Nets fan, but I'm for New York basketball teams.
Yeah.
Ish. More than Knicks. But I kind of wanted them to have a foundation so that when KD comes in, all right, here we go. We got this going on. But they seem a little all over the place. They compete against good teams. They lose to bad teams.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I think they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they still have a lot to piece.
Again, it's super early in the season.
Yeah.
Like, we can't overreact now.
Yeah.
When All-Star break comes around, we're not even gonna remember this part of the season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy how like the ride ends up going.
Because what I like about the team is they have a lot of guys, at least on paper, and they look like they're very good players for the NBA now.
Right.
Because you have very long wings. Like you have Torian Prince.
Yeah,
and
Torian Prince.
They have Kuruc.
Been good.
And Kuruc is like, he could be like a solid 5th starter.
Yeah.
And Wilson Chandler will come back. He got suspended also, right? Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, he's a solid vet
about that. Yeah, definitely. He always helps teams.
Yeah, and Dinwiddie.
Yeah,
like he's been very good off the bench.
Yeah,
that guy's super underrated.
And I like him off the bench. Like if you had to pick between him or LeVert.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So it's interesting. DeAndre Jordan. What do you think about him right now?
It's old.
Yeah,
more of like a locker room guy.
Yeah, after seeing him on the Knicks last year, you're like, he's not coming back.
Yeah,
it's over. Right, the window is closed.
Do you really think he was spying on the Knicks?
Yeah, dude, for sure.
He goes like, "Oh, KD, don't come here, don't come here. It sucks.
Let's go to the other side, the other borough." Right. Okay, so I wanted to talk about sell high guys that you should be trading right now.
Yeah.
Who can't sustain what they're doing.
Okay.
Let's go. You know, me then you. Okay. My first guy I had before he got injured, obviously, BI, Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Definitely a sell high. I mean, he was going off. If you were able to get like some good value for him early on, especially before Zion comes back or before he cools off, which he might, I feel like that was a good sell high guy. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so because the numbers were crazy. Like I don't think that's sustainable.
Yeah,
and he has an injury history, and also and he has a lot of weaknesses.
Right.
That you might not be able to tolerate if he's not putting up the kinds of numbers that he's been putting up over the past few weeks. Like he's not such a good free throw shooter.
Yeah. Which I find so weird.
Yeah.
But
the turnovers are bad also.
Yeah.
And those defensive stats they came out of nowhere. So I'd rather not gamble on it being like...
He's averaging basically a block and a steal right now. 3 turnovers.
And he's never done that before.
54% from the field.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, kind of crazy. Averaging 26 and 7 with four dimes. But yeah. That's what do you think is a good value? What's an ideal trade for Ingram if you could...
For him, if I had him?
Yeah, if you could figure something out. Like, don't worry about the build too much. Just a player that would be good value who you think is good if Ingram does fall off.
I think I would have loved to trade him for Giant Jackson Jr. Maybe just like 4 or 5 days ago. I think he could have done it.
That's actually
right?
genius.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, that would have been amazing.
Yeah, super buy low on him. Aside from that, you probably could have gotten like 2 solid guys, or maybe if you gave a guy Ingram and someone, you might be able to
get a star.
Yeah, you could
Like
could probably get someone injured, like Simmons.
Mm,
Someone who's just a little
yeah,
frustrated.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like,
I like that.
yeah, I'm 1 and 2.
Right,
I
right,
kinda need
right.
to shake up. Simmons isn't gonna help.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. Yeah. Something like that. Or if you got D'Lo early last week when he was injured, you could probably might have convinced someone to do that.
That would be
Because
crazy.
with how Ingram was playing.
That would be crazy.
And the narrative around New Orleans is they're gonna play fast, everyone's gonna get an opportunity, so you might be able to convince someone to do it.
Looks like they're just bad right now.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad about it. I mean, I guess part of it is also Zion's out, but that shouldn't define whether or not they look promising.
Yeah.
I don't know why is Lonzo out? Why is he not playing?
I don't know, but it seems like it's minor because they're not marking us injured or anything. It's
that's
it's always
why.
game to game.
You see his ankle thing?
Yeah.
That looked like it hurt, man.
They're probably being extra cautious because these are new guys. The trainers in New Orleans are new, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they used to have
the Saints.
Yeah. And that's why they wrecked Davis.
Yeah.
So I guess now
Oh
the
my
new guys
God.
are just like, okay, let's be careful.
Yeah,
It's
that's
the Phoenix
true.
guys,
That's true.
right?
That's true.
They stole
yeah,
the
yeah.
Phoenix
You're
guys.
right. You're right. So they could be really cautious. How about
Yeah.
you? Who do you have as a sell high guy right now?
Well, he's not probably not the sell high guy anymore. But then the perfect guy would have been Lowry, right before he got injured.
Yes.
Because you were probably picking Lowry in the mid rounds,
Mm-hmm.
or like for auctions, you're getting mid value. But then with the way he was playing, he probably could have convinced someone to give you like maybe Drew Holiday based on how they started the season. And regardless of the stats, I still like Drew Holiday a lot better than Lowry, especially with how old Lowry is already and how he's not so durable.
Yeah.
Like that finger that he sprained is that one that he had
same
surgery on. Yeah.
Yeah. The same one.
So yeah, there's that. It's just huge risk with Lowry that I'm usually not willing to take.
Okay. And what's good value for Lowry, you think, before the injury, obviously?
I would have loved to get Drew. Yeah. But I got Lonzo and Lopez for him.
Nice.
Maybe
So you think Drew is about the target? It's about the target
that would
value.
be very good.
Especially with the
Because
way
Drew
he
wasn't
was
playing so well. Yeah.
So usually when you're making a sell high, you want to buy low.
Yeah.
Just to contrast it and maybe get as much value as possible there.
Yeah. Because you're kind of going up in value, then you're reaching for someone who's lower than he should be. Then you're just going to... It's just going to pull you up.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I have OG.
Oh,
OG Anunoby.
Especially if the guy you're trading with is smart. He understands fantasy.
Yes.
He's going to overvalue
really
OG.
like him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's shooting 55% from the field, 60 from the line. Okay, he's averaging 2 threes.
60 from the line, but he's taking 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So it won't hurt you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
He's averaging about 12 points, 6 boards, 2 dimes.
Yeah.
Here we 1.2 steals, 1.3 blocks.
Yeah.
And before that, he was averaging like 2.5 blocks. Like before the last 2 games, he was going off. So it's like something that's really not sustainable.
Yeah.
If you can get, something good for him, what do you think is good value for someone like OG? If you're to sell high on him.
Well, because with how well OG was playing, you probably could have gotten like a mid-round guy.
Yeah.
Maybe someone with a bigger role. You could probably convince someone to give up like Adebayo.
Okay. That would be so spicy.
Yeah.
I wish I could get someone.
Yeah.
See, I was really contemplating. He had a game recently, 18-5-5, 2 steals, something like that, 2 threes.
Yeah.
He went off, and I was like, God damn, I gotta find something for him right now. But do you think he's definite sell high, or he could sustain some of his value throughout the year?
I think he could stay probably at 80-90% of what he's doing now.
Okay.
Yeah. So you might be an okay hold.
Right.
Because especially if you just picked him off the waiver wire.
Yeah.
You're really nothing to lose with those slots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are pretty okay.
Do you have another sell high guy?
Who? Boyan Bogdanovic. He's been so good.
Yeah. In my league, in my ESPN league, he was picked up off waivers.
Yeah.
Was he picked up off waivers in our Southern
No, I
League?
don't think so.
Someone
probably
drafted
picked
him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he has shooting guard, small forward, and power forward.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
dude.
that's so useful. Because you can put him basically like you can make him a power forward, put him in the shooting team. Yeah. If he's your power forward, Lopez is your center. Then everyone else is just a shooter.
He's a lot of just scoring though, no? Scoring percentages and free throw.
Yeah, but he has random threes and assists. Like he's been, I guess he has the ball in his hands more. Like what you were saying, he's taking some of Ingles' touches.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's super sustainable because they have so many good guys in Utah, and Conley's been bad. And everything.
So as people start to blow up and like really show their talent and play well, he's gonna drop off.
Yeah.
So he's definitely a sell high.
Yeah.
But how high can you sell him for?
Oh, I saw someone trade him for Chris Paul.
Wow.
In one of my leagues.
Yo, like Chris Paul's been good too.
Yeah, Chris Paul's not who he used to be, but he's still.
I never expected that.
Yeah, but
they're
Chris
playing
Paul's
3 point guards.
Yeah.
Basically.
Looks really fun though. Like
I
Oklahoma.
like that team,
yeah.
They got. I love it when they have like CP, Schroeder, SGA, Gallo, and Steven Adams on the floor.
Yeah.
Like that's an interesting lineup, bro.
Yeah, and when Steven Adams is out, and it's Neylands. Neylands has been good also.
That's true. That's true.
It's pretty interesting team.
Mm-hmm.
Diallo's been good also.
Yeah,
they've been letting him play.
Yeah,
Finally.
I like him.
I thought he was just like gonna keep dunking and everything. But
Right.
he's turning into an okay guy.
That's what I thought Jeremy Grant was gonna be.
Yeah.
But like he ended up being a decent guy.
Jeremy Grant was really good for them last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess they're pretty good with those kinds of guys. The Oklahoma.
This is why I'm sad that they're playing Millsap so much. I understand that he's a really good player, but God, I'd love to see Jeremy Grant and Jokic. And, you know,
exactly. Like there's such a contrast that they'd be perfect playing together. Like Grant can take care of everything on defense, just catch lobs and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would be really good.
So you think? I mean, Chris Paul doesn't seem like a realistic thing to get for Bogdanovic, is it? Depends on your league.
It depends on how you feel, I think, about Chris Paul.
I see.
Because based on recent history, Chris Paul
He's
has
gonna
the
get
injury
hurt
risk
at some point. I know. I'm
but
scared.
if you want to gamble,
I have him actually in my other league, and I'm on the fence. I'm like, he's been solid, but you know he might get injured. But his usage isn't the same as it was in Houston.
Yeah.
So maybe he can be healthy, but he's a tiny guard and he's old.
Yeah. And he's not as fast as he used to be.
No, not at all, bro. You could see him try to blow by people, and it's not the same.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah. So you got any others?
Yeah.
Sell high? Who?
Wait, no. I was thinking of selling high on LeBron.
Oh.
Yeah.
Doing his triple-double run?
Yeah, just before he starts resting or something. If you could convince someone to give up Towns.
Oh.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Or like you get two solid
Depending,
second, third round guys
on who you have in your team.
Just because I'm not super convinced, because you really can't control him getting injured or something.
Yeah.
Last year he looked really good at the start. The Lakers looked really good. Then he got injured on Christmas, right?
Yeah, that's
After
true.
that, it's all downhill.
They were like 20 and 4 or 5, something like that.
Like I don't. I've learned not to doubt him, but then like in terms of fantasy, I feel like you're better off just maybe giving him up.
Right.
But he hasn't been very good. His percentages haven't been good also.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's been having bad field goal games, and he's been getting worse from the line.
Yeah, he's never been a good free throw shooter, which is weird to me. I feel like as he gets older, that should be a huge focus on it of his game, right? Like,
but instead, he's been going the opposite way.
Yeah.
It's pretty confusing.
And also, it seems like in terms of shooting, he's been focusing on hitting the three more than hitting his free throws, right?
Yeah.
Which he's been an okay 3-point shooter, but like it would be nice since he can get to the line so easily, especially like if he was like an 80% free throw shooter, that would be super solid.
Yeah.
But yeah. Who else you got? You got one more for me?
I think the Hayward window's closed.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
But I mean, it's not that long, no? Fracture.
Yeah.
Fracture's not
it
broken,
said it should
right?
take a month.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. He was playing so well.
I'm
feel so
sad,
bad for
dude,
him.
because I was, that was Utah Gordon right there. Like he was right there, and just another setback. It's so frustrating. It's crazy how you see these guys who are healthy their whole careers, one big injury, and now they're having like struggles throughout.
Yeah,
you know.
Like I guess
it's
a
been
mental
rough.
thing also sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another guy I have actually for sell high. Well, I don't know if it's sell high. I don't know if you can actually convince somebody to take him from you, but he's definitely a waiver guy for me. It's Luke Kennard.
Oh.
He Well, recently, especially last 3 games, he's averaging like 25 and 5, some crazy shit. Like, he doesn't really get you the peripheral stats, but he's got good percentages, and he hits threes, and the rebounds and assists are always decent. He had 7 assists today, I think.
Yeah.
26, 6, 7, something like that. So like, I feel like he's an interesting guy.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone will take him in a trade. I don't think they'll commit to Luke Kennard. You know what I mean? Like,
but he might be like convincing enough to be like the add-on.
True.
Like,
true.
Like if you're paying Ingram,
Right?
Ingram
so
and Kennard
they
might
don't
get
always
you.
have to be the center of the trade.
Yeah. It's just that he's been so good now. I know what you're thinking. Like you can't drop him.
Yeah.
Right? He's just been too good to drop.
Exactly.
Yeah. But he's been teasing this for a while. Like last year, he had a good run.
Yeah.
So it might be legit
he's kind of
now.
like that guy from the Hawks, Herder.
Yeah.
Right.
He
They're like
teased it last
similar
year.
guys.
Yeah. It's both big white guys.
Yeah.
Oh, Drummond.
Oh, okay.
People should have sold high on Drummond.
Yeah. So you think it's not gonna stay this way?
I think we've known him for too long.
Yeah, that's true.
He was number 1 in fantasy for a while.
That's crazy, dude. I mean, I saw this article earlier. Drummond's getting more rebounds than Wilt, and I'm like,
Yeah.
chill, bro.
Yeah.
How about let's talk about sell low.
Yeah. Oof.
I mean, buy low. Sorry, sell low. Buy low, guys.
I think you could probably. Well, I keep saying it, but then
JJJ.
Yeah. Because the upside is so high. He's basically Steph, but a big man.
Yeah.
Right. There's no weakness.
Yeah.
Like the guys with no weakness are so tantalizing. It's so exciting. Yeah. You could probably, if you're comfortable, if you're winning now, go for one of the injured guys. Go for Depot. Go for Zion.
And what's a
something like
package you would do for someone like that?
Maybe realistically, you could probably give up someone playing decent, like OG or Shea.
OG and Chris Paul, something like that. No.
Yeah, just one of them.
For like Zion, OG for Zion, you think?
Yeah, if the guy's desperate, because Zion's gonna be out for maybe the next 4 or 5 weeks. That's 5 matchups.
That's so true.
Yeah. Or if you don't think Shea is sustainable. Yeah. Because that's basically trading Shea's production for. If you trade him for Depot, Depot's probably gonna do the same thing.
Yeah.
He's just kind of protecting the floor. You're just gonna make sure that you get that same thing when he comes back. Who else could you buy low on?
So you think someone like Ingles, he's not gonna get to that point.
And he's getting kind of old also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot how old he was. He looks old. He's always looked old, but then now he's actually just also getting old.
Yeah, he's always looked old, and his game is old.
Yeah.
But now he's really old.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. I would gamble on Mitchell Robinson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't been
Because he got concussed.
stellar.
Yeah. But then I feel like Fizdale, Fizdale doesn't not like him. So I think he's gonna let him play. He just keeps getting into foul trouble,
Yeah,
or
he's
he
like
gets the
JJJ
random
there.
injuries and stuff. Because last year he was really good.
Yeah, but his rebounding numbers this year have been
Yeah, not
and
so
I'm
good.
worried with like Randall and Portis and all these other bigs they have there. But that's an interesting one.
Yeah, it's more for just because you get him and you win blocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
And he won't kill you anywhere else.
Yeah.
If you have that extra slot. Like, he's
Because he
not gonna
barely
hit
gets
you.
to the line and he shoots well because all he does is dunk.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes people are too greedy, trying to look for all the stats rather than just have those guys that don't hurt you but help you in specific categories, right? To help your overall build.
But I guess that makes it fun also. It's not an exact science.
True.
Yeah.
True.
If you just know one way to win everything. Yeah.
All right, give me another buy low guy.
Who would I buy low on? Thinking Embiid.
Embiid.
Yeah, I was looking at him a few days ago. It's because he's been pretty bad to start.
Yeah.
You could if someone's probably frustrated already with the high turnovers with the low field goal.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
He really has those games,
Yeah.
bro.
But he's one of those guys that you just have to build around. I think you just have to like amplify the strengths.
Yeah.
And just ignore the weaknesses.
Right.
And I think it could super work out with you. Because he's that weird big man where you get him, you know you're going to lose free throw, you know you're going to lose turnover. So just put him with high volume guards, something like that.
Right.
You pair him with Trey, which is super
Oh,
realistic,
yeah.
right?
That's a cool one.
That would have been a good pairing. Then later on, you just keep getting the high volume guys who have a lot. Like you could get people like Lowry,
Mm-hmm.
like theoretically, if you're still drafting now, and the guys who don't have good field goal, like Kevin Love. Kevin Love doesn't have the field goal percentage.
That's
that
true,
used
but
to
he
have
gets
in
threes,
Minnesota.
gets points,
Yeah.
rebounds.
Yeah, so those kinds of things could have worked. And like Embiid, I think he's too good to keep this up, like this bad play.
Right.
Yeah, I think.
Especially with some of the setbacks he's had, like the suspension and stuff like that. He'll get back into it, right?
Yeah.
I want to talk about Kevin Love quickly. I'm
Yeah.
glad he's kind of back.
Yeah.
We haven't seen this Kevin Love for a while.
Yeah.
And it's been really sad, but he seems like a decent player.
Mm.
Do you think he's a trade piece? Do you think someone's gonna panic trade for Kevin Love to bolster their team?
Yeah, I think I could see it happen.
Because I could see Cleveland being like, he's too good to be,
Yeah. Just
rotting out here. Yeah.
Yeah. It could make sense. Like someone who needs a big.
Who do you
like
see any
someone would be
teams?
surprising.
Because some of these
No
teams
one needs a big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of rough.
Yeah. Well, maybe someone in the East. Dude, if Boston gets him.
Yeah,
Boston
that's
needs a
actually
big-
true.
yeah.
That'd be really interesting.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of teams that need guards, which is
Mhm.
weird because a lot of the bad teams have the guards, but not a lot of them need bigs. Yeah, Boston. I feel like Boston is a big away. Like if
To be a legit contender.
yeah,
You
'cause
like
they have
Kemba.
all the wings. Yeah,
You like, okay.
And they have
Marcus
good
Smart
system.
is another one who's been good this
Yeah.
year, right?
and I feel like Kyrie held them back
Yeah.
because they play so well when Kyrie's out. Like
That's so
2 years
true.
ago in the playoffs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
And now they have a star who can slot in.
Rozier,
right.
Jalen Brown, Tatum, and Horford. They
Mhm.
made the conference finals with that.
Yeah, that's actually crazy.
Yeah,
Thinking
yeah,
about
Love
it
would be
now.
pretty good there. I don't know if who'd trade for him. Like if you could give Hayward and picks or something. Hayward and assets.
Oh,
I don't know if Cleveland's
Hayward.
gonna take that.
Hayward exiled to
Yeah.
Cleveland. That'd be so sad.
Oh, Brad
dude.
Stevens loves Hayward.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know if he's
true.
gonna
The
do that.
Butler
Yeah.
connection. Oh
Let's confuse
god.
him. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And then so for the last segment I wanted to talk about waiver gems.
Yeah.
I have written down here Luke Kennard, Aaron Baines, and I don't know, depending on the league, Jabari Parker. Who are some of your waiver gems that could be available right now in their leagues?
Still available.
Yeah, possibly.
Burks might be available. But
Alec-
he
yeah.
didn't play so well today.
He was okay.
Yeah, 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Ntilikina.
Really?
The steals, the blocks, and 36 minutes. I think it's
So the volume is there.
Yeah,
he's
if he's-
playing.
if he's
on
literally the
court.
worst guy on your team. You can't do much worse than that.
Okay.
Because he had like I saw there's some games he has 6 points, but it's 2 threes. Right?
Okay,
Yeah,
those are the
yeah.
best, dude.
Yeah. He
That's
has
the
a
dream.
bad
Score on
field goal
threes and
shooting.
free throws only.
Yeah. Bad field goal shooting, but it's 2 of 6. Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, then he has the
Okay.
steals, he has the blocks, not much turnovers. The opportunity. Just I feel like, and then he's gonna have those random games where he has 14 points, 15 points.
Right, along with the steals and the blocks.
Yeah. Who else have I been picking up? This.
Are you worried to say
Yeah.
it because
No,
you
I'm
don't want
thinking-
people to know?
No, it's not that. It's not that. Yeah, I like the Washington guys.
Okay,
there.
so
but
I
then
picked
they
up.
haven't been playing so well. Like I like
picked
Troy
up
Brown
Troy.
Jr.
Okay, I picked
Yeah.
him up in one of my
Yeah.
leagues. I didn't start him this week.
Yeah.
I'm worried.
Yeah, because
Right.
the things you read about him are very good,
Mm-hmm.
and he had that one good game.
Yeah.
Like they want him to be a secondary playmaker and everything, but I think they got excited. They put him in the starting lineup, then he stopped playing well.
I see.
They should just put him back to the bench and
So
then let him.
I
Yeah.
guess that's why they weren't playing him so much. My thing was he
Yeah.
had that breakout game. I picked him up,
Yeah.
and it was midweek, so I got to like kind of peek to
Yeah.
see how he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
doing before I had to commit to him being on the lineup.
Yeah.
And it went from like 33 minutes to like 14, 21 or something
Yeah.
like that. And I'm like, what's going on here,
Mm.
man? Like, if you have a bad game but they're playing you a lot, I still believe in you a little more. But they don't seem to be playing him a lot
Yeah.
after that breakout game.
Yeah.
So they put him in the starting lineup the game after that breakout game.
Yeah. They took out Bonga. Bonga stopped playing. Then he started. And I feel like he had a hard time matching up with starters because that's such an important thing also.
Yeah, that's so true.
Like it's so much easier if you're a bench guy because you're going up against other bench guys than if you're starting all of a sudden. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're starting all of a sudden, you're going up against LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was pretty discouraging because I saw like, oh, he's starting. That's pretty good.
Right.
But then, oh, he's not playing well. Okay, that's not good.
That's why
they should have just left him
I'm
on the bench.
holding on to him one more week.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens, right?
Because Washington's not going anywhere anyways.
Yeah.
That'll be
Yeah,
interesting.
I gave
watch.
up because I've been trying to finesse a little bit. I picked up Nurkic for like a week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is not gonna happen, is it? I'm just gonna drop him.
Yeah.
But give me another waiver guy. Two more.
Someone who's pretty interesting to me is Fultz. He might be
Markel.
available in some leagues, yeah.
Right.
Because they made him start also.
Mm-hmm.
And he was pretty good off the bench. And then he gets defensive stats and everything. And he's pretty steady. And I feel like they're very invested in him.
Yeah. Because I would be.
Yeah,
Why
they've been playing Augustine. Augustine's been starting for way too long.
Yeah.
He's the type of guy who should be starting like in Feb when someone gets injured.
Yeah, he's like a better Ish Smith.
Yeah. So I feel like they're just gonna give him a lot of opportunity, and he might be worth the gamble. If he gives you 5 assists, that's good enough.
Oh
5
yeah,
assists,
more
2
than
steals,
enough.
yeah. And he doesn't shoot enough. Like he doesn't want to shoot, so he's not gonna shoot a lot. So he's not gonna hurt you anywhere.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty interesting.
that's
And
cool.
how do you pronounce the name of the guy in Toronto? Boucher? Is it Boucher?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to say
Yeah,
it.
because I just read
honestly.
it. I haven't watched the Toronto game since he started playing. But he's been getting. He has 3.
This is since Lowry's been out, right?
Yeah. Ibaka's out indefinitely.
Oh right,
Yeah.
Ibaka as well.
Yeah.
So
He's the backup
and
center.
bro, the eye test. I was watching the game today, and was it today?
Yeah.
I think so, right? But yeah, dude, like he is solid. They played the Clippers today. That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah. They were the Lakers yesterday. The Clippers today.
He can ball.
Yeah. He moves so well.
So he's another interesting guy.
Yeah.
And you think he's gonna get a lot of playing time now that Ibaka's out?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And today especially, OG's I got poked, so they really had to.
And the rotation is very slim.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They started the season playing 8 guys, something
Yeah.
like that. And now you have like Norman Powell starting and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So and Mark Gasol isn't exactly young. Yeah.
He's there to swing the ball.
Yeah. You're not gonna be able to play him that much.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So there's a lot of opportunity there also for him.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And just in case, Simons at
Mm.
Portland. Yeah.
I like him too.
Yeah.
I wish he got a little more touches. I don't know. He gets touches, but you know those guys who like do nothing with their time on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he has those pockets, but then he'll like take 3 straight pull-up threes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's that guy.
Because I feel like Portland's been looking for that third guy for so long.
Especially
They've tried it so many.
Especially since like I feel like Bazemore's been good for them, but shooting wise he's been underwhelming.
Yeah.
Rodney Hood, he's had some moments with them, but he doesn't seem to really be the guy. One of the guys there. They're hurt by the loss of Mo Harkless.
Yeah.
Right, like
they've been playing Hazonia too much.
yes. Dude, that guy gets the dumbest fouls. I swear to God. I've been watching a lot of Portland because I have Dame in one of my leagues.
Yeah.
And like, I can't stand Hazonia, man. Yeah, but yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
We'll do this again. This is the first episode of the new series, Fantasy Focus, of the Being Frank podcast. Thank you to Aldo for being part of it.
Anytime.
There you go. You learned.